Chip the glasses, crack the plates. That's what Bilbo Baggins hates. That's what Bilbo Baggins hates. So carefully.
Hello and welcome back to Divide and Conquer version 4, playing as the Dwarves of Ered Luin. I'm Sir Agamemnon, and today we are at turn 99. I went ahead and went past a couple of turns, mostly just moving armies, fighting Angmar armies, because that has yet to secede. And we took Bari Danyanak. Wasn't too special. They only had like 2 guys in there, so I didn't feel like recording that. However, to the east, we are now going to be able to besiege Mount Graham and hopefully next turn attack that. I have no idea what the settlement is like, so let's just build 2 rams, some towers, and ladders. We have Clan Harold Grain, who is going to have to fight these Angmar armies that came from Fornost Orion. They stopped besieging it to go for us instead. However, we also need to push east to Barketta and reclaim that. That way all Angmar will be is in the northeast of our regions. We are slowly but surely pushing them back to their homeland. And once we eliminate this like little stain in our territory, we won't have to worry about running back and forth from Angmar. We can just do a full eastern push. So we have some construction that's done. Gehuzanar did reach enough population so that it is now upgrading into a large mine. Grimbothel was Perthenloon, but I renamed it, and it has also reached the population to grow, so now it can become a proper settlement. Don't know yet if we want to go for trade or if we want to go for military, but I suppose getting more scouts wouldn't be a bad idea. We could even go for mining networks later. We'll save for that. Freyrost has an armory, so we have bolstered the garrison here, and we'll build the pig farm next because that was queued. And then we repaired some of the castle since it took some damage from the catapult. Over here in Admiral Fundin's navy, we have Clan Lord Gore with nearly a full stack army. He will be taking these scouts, catapult, longbeard crossbows, and another longbeard crossbow. He will shoot straight for Karn Doom, which we have a spy sitting in now, where Overlord Agendour is at, and we also see that they have 31,000 population in this settlement, so he will have to, of course, exterminate the populace there. We can grab cell swords with Grinfarn, so we will go ahead and do that to bolster the attack. We do have peace temporarily with Bree because I didn't want to deal with them taking back Hobbiton, and right now full war efforts are in the north. Once we have dealt with Angmar, we can go ahead and push south to Bree, finish them off, and the Dunedain. To take a quick look around the world to show you guys some things, because we have map information over here. Gundabad actually has all of, well, the starting regions here. They took Dale and Esgaroth, and I didn't even know this, but Dale has Erebor, but I can't imagine they'll hold that for long. So I imagine the northeast of the world is going to lose to the forces of evil. I can't see them turning this around anytime soon, even though Dale has many armies. The Orcs of Gundabad have more. Although the Dwarves are screwing around over here too. In the center of the map, Isengard is pushing back into Rohan. Rohan no longer has the advantage, but I believe King Theoden is still alive because I don't think I've seen the message pop up in this campaign that he is dead. We will have to send a scout down there to see for sure, because if he is dead, then all we need to do is send a scout to Edoras to reclaim Jarl's Horn. But in the west, Isengard has all of this territory. Amazingly, Gondor is still holding out strong. Mordor has a lot of forces, but Gondor is evenly matched with them. I believe Khand is still causing conflict in the south, where they are at war with the Ardenaim, the Easterlings of Rhûn, and of course Mordor and Harad. But that has given time to Dol Amroth to pick up this slack, and looks like they're about even with the Ardenaim, who have taken Gobel Tolfalos, and looks like, yeah, they have lots of trade over here. That's a ton of boats going around, so it's just a big mosh pit over in this section of the world. Easterlings of Rhûn, insanely powerful. They typically win. So Dorwinion is soon to fall, and the Easterlings will be able to mop up the rest of the northeast of the map. Lorien is doing alright, not doing a whole much of anything, and the Khazad-dûm dwarves only have Khazad-dûm. They have yet to push to the east, although I can clearly see they have the forces to do that, but that's just the AI not knowing how to expand from there. So without any further ado, I think first we will have to deal with these two armies that are coming in. I don't know if they have any artillery, but let's just go ahead and start the battle. So this army has a mix of some damage units. They probably attacked not Fenesteren, but Fornost-Arine. Let's go ahead and save the game here. We haven't had any issues with crashing yet. The only time I've seen a crash is when I did the Men of the Anduin and I took Dane's Halls. That's been the only crash I've noticed so far. So it's been a pretty stable build for the most part. Alright, and this is a very nice battlefield, mostly flat. We are on the offensive, so they might run away. That's okay. This army is fresh, even though it's mostly militia. It is nice to have all of these forces now, finally. Let's say we'll do a front line of pikemen, just like that, with the Ered Luin militia on either side. Clan Herald Grain will be in loose formation in the front, with the Broadbeam Marksman with another unit right behind him. And this catapult's just going to hang out right behind the front line of pikes. So let's go ahead and put this formation into a locked mode, along with the Broadbeam Marksman. And then that leaves us... oh no, these guys should be in there. That leaves us with 4 whole units of Firebeard Warriors. We'll just put them in the back for now. And these scouts can go right there. I think they're going to take that hill, so we will prepare for that. So let's go ahead and put maybe these Longbeard Warriors on that side as well. There's everyone in one big formation. I'm not too concerned about anything. And they are in range, so we can get some catapult shots to come in. And no artillery. I am glad they do not have artillery, because we only have 1 catapult in this army. We do have a full unit of Merchant Cav, which is the first in a while. So we'll have to use them sparingly in case we do fight armies with artillery later. Let's see as the first shot's going in. Looks like they're aiming for the right flank, aiming for the pikemen, and no contact. Unfortunate. Let's go ahead and shoot right here in the middle of the formation at these Ridar savages. They're doing some weird zigzag maneuver. I've never seen them do that before. And do we have a good firing line? I believe we do with the archers. So let's go ahead and pull these guys up as well, just so that they can start shooting earlier. Once they are in range, we will switch to Grape Shot and probably target the Angmar archers. They do have landsmen, so we will want to get the cavalry to probably charge these guys. In fact, yeah, let's go in. And are we in range for Grape Shot? We are. This is good. Oh, I don't think our faction leader is on fire at will mode. Let's change that. Looks, oop, they might get a volley off. I don't think they will. We're going to get the charge in. Ooh, a couple axes come in. That's okay. Here comes the Grape Shot doing some good damage. Let's have everyone target these Angmar archers. They're the biggest threat from range because I just don't want to be shot at. And I think I don't know if he's going to be able to make that shot. I think they're just going to miss. Yeah, we're going to have to retarget that. We're going to absorb this charge with the savages. Hopefully we can keep them at bay long enough. Oh, looks like the landsmen are going to be throwing their throwing axes at us.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Alright, let's go ahead and pull these guys back. We don't want to have them lose their numbers to throwing axes. Brutal Landsmen are some of the best units on their roster because of those throwing axes. Let's pull back again. We're not getting good contact with the Grape Shot, unfortunately. Although these Angmar archers are nearly dead, so that's good. Let's go ahead and get our militia ready to surround. This flank is basically doing nothing at all. So they're trying to throw axes at our general now. That's okay though. He replenishes, so I'm not worried about him losing. Go ahead and send in our militia now. Oh, and the hillman did get onto our catapult, so we will take us off of defensive mode. And we're flanking the pikemen. This is good. We should have finished those archers off here. And where are our... there they are. We need these guys up to the front now. Looks like their reinforcements are really slow right now. I'm not sure what they're doing. But that's okay. It's buying us time. Yeah, they're being very defensive right now. I'm not sure what's up with that. Let's just go ahead and collapse on the pikemen.
Good tidings. The enemy
We've killed their general, so that's one less guy to worry about. And yeah, these pikemen are just doing a great job keeping the savages at bay. Alright, we'll collapse in on these pikemen now. Please get a charge. Oh, they didn't get a proper charge. That's unfortunate. Looks like the landsmen are still throwing their axes. Let's go ahead and try to intercept them. I got no idea what they are doing with their infantry there. Yeah, they're being very passive. I've never seen the AI do this before. We've routed the pikemen, and soon the landsmen should be going. Go ahead and rush the firebird warriors through the pike line. Oh, at least one made it through. Cavalry has charged the thralls, and they are routing, so we'll send the cavalry to go chase all of the routing units. And again, they are still just kind of sitting there. I don't know what they are doing. Let's grab all of our crossbows and begin to shoot at the Iron Crown halberdiers over there. Come on, General, I know you guys can capture those thralls a little better than that. Alright, let's go ahead and shoot the Ward Raiders next. Since they are going to do that thing where they just keep running from us. Try putting these guys into a narrow shield wall. Alright, we'll use all of the archers we have to shoot the wargs next. Oh, and the UI changed itself back, so I don't know, guys. Personally, I kind of like this one more, at least for this campaign. I'll keep it switched on the other one, but I just like being able to hit that and tell where everything is at a very quick glance. Plus, I think having the two units down on each other isn't that bad. It's just people make it out to be. Okay, seems our catapults can't actually hit anything. And those wargs are now doing that annoying circle shot. Do we have any reinforcements we can pull over here? No, everyone's on the right flank. Oh, we do have these guys. Let's pull them down. Going to pull our catapults up further and use the grape shot. And the warg skirmishers are going into melee. Let's capture them.
army flees the field. After them, cut the cowards down.
I feel like I spam that button a lot, but to me it is just so helpful to see what's going on. Like, these guys are being completely destroyed right now. So we need to get some units on these Firebird warriors. They are dropping like flies. Okay, this should kill a lot of these archers now. Hopefully these longbowmen too. Oh yeah, there we go. We killed like half of their unit, I think. Where are these landsmen at that keep throwing javelins at us?
The enemy general flees like the coward. Only half the enemy
This should
force
kill
remains.
most of the longbowmen next. Ooh, that did a lot of damage. Are these guys AP? No, they're not. They just have a 5 missile. Right, what are you guys fighting? Nothing. Get over here. That should have killed most of them now. Let's pull these guys over to this side. Ranger's going to keep shooting at these warg skirmishers that we won't be able to catch in melee. And over here we're going to join the wargs with our merchant cavalry as they charge in from the flanks to finish these guys off. It's amazing how our dwarves are like half the sizes of these wargs. They should be almost dead. Come on.
The enemy army
There we go.
after them.
That should finish off both of these armies, hopefully. Is that gonna hit you one? No, it didn't. Go ahead and just capture the rest and shoot down as many as we can. Cavalry's gonna capture these thralls first. Let's grab the longbowmen next. Let's grab the hillmen. Rid our huscarls, and then Angmar infantry. That should be enough. Yeah, that'll be enough.
Be in awe of the victory.
Alright, now that we have fresh armies, we can take these battles a little more comfortably, at least for now. I think we'll have to send Grain to go take Barchetta back, and then he can head back east. Alright, we're going to execute all of these prisoners. And then it should take us 2, maybe 3 turns to get to Barchetta with him.
Victory, my king.
Okay, 2 turns, that's not too
Leading
bad.
the men with honor, sire. Aye, Lord.
And then, is everyone
Aye.
else moving? Yeah, everyone else needs to move to the front. We are not making as much money now, only 4,000. And if we can, we would like to recruit more crossbows if possible. But we're exhausting all of our recruitment pools still. Could get more in Buzzard Doom. I would like to make this place have a very formidable garrison. Still need 500 population for Under Towers. We could always send someone over there.
In your name, sire.
Like we could say, we could convert population from another city, but it's not too big of a deal. We'll go ahead and end the turn. And turn 100, they Dunedain have rebuilt Fornost. That's cool. We got the Experts Guild there. Again, no reason not to. A lot of actions going on this turn, and here comes another like 3 armies to try to take back Bari Danyanak, and another one at Freyrost. They do not know when to give up, do they? And even Barchetta has. Where did they get a full army in Barchetta? How? How did they do that? Okay. Well, we need to take that. But we need to deal with these guys too.
Marching now. We march to battle.
That just proves that like the AI is just able to recruit things way too quickly. Alright, we finished the catapult maker in Mythlond. get the scouts next, or maybe we just finish the eco here. We don't even get anything for the mines here. Wait, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We got 400 more. We'll grab those. We failed the mission to get trade with the Principality of Dolam Roth, but that is irrelevant.
At your service.
Send a spy up to go check out Foreign Ost and see what's going on in that neck of the woods. Ooh, that's a very nice looking settlement. Very nice indeed. It'll be a nice prize to take later on in this campaign. Do we have another spy in this region? I don't think we do. So we'll send that guy down. I can't imagine the Dunedain are going to be losing their capital anytime soon. I'm going to put these guys, Captain Ballin, you join Furost. You guys will keep moving to the east, as will this guy. We're getting closer. We're getting much closer to Carndum. I think if we just land up here, that'll be as close as we can get. And we have more troops ready to go to the front line shortly. Let's go ahead and send these guys up next.
Aye, sire. Aye. Approaching to engage the enemy, sire.
And let's go into Mount Graham. They do get 3 units of Orc Defenders, and they have Drengu the Bloody, who has Mount Graham Raiders. I think this will be my first time seeing this settlement. I wonder if it's a new one, or if they have a... if they're using an older custom settlement for it.
Glory will attack.
It's really foggy. Let's try to get rid of that. There we go. That is clean. And here we are at Mount Graham. This is interesting. I wasn't quite expecting that. I don't know what's going on here. Just cliffs and towers that they probably can't use. A nice little decorative tree. And what is inside the gates? Oh, this is a nice settlement. So they have this elevated position where they can fire down and above from attackers, and there's gates on 2 of the sides of this mountain. You can't go in from the sides, but you can go in from either front or back. And you could, looks like you could actually walk around the whole mountain as well. And you can go all the way up. No, not that high up, just outside of it. Okay, so we only need 1 battering ram to go through. Everyone else won't need theirs. Let's just grab everyone and have them in position to take the settlement. As we wait for the bandits to be the ones to push the rams up. Us dwarves aren't meant to do that sort of labor. Look at their poor stamina. They're already tired while the rest of us are, well, winded now.
Reach the gate with a battering ram.
We do have 3 whole units of the Grimborn Reavers to use here. And did they get armor upgrades? I gave them, they got the silver armor, but I don't think they changed their appearance at all.
The gates have fallen.
Yeah, they have the same look.
We have captured the enemy's walls.
Let's bring up the bandits. We can just use those guys to fight the wargs ideally. How many crossbows do we have? We have 4. Let's pull those in. We'll save these guys. We'll let them go in right after we deal with the wargs. We'll save the pikes. Yeah, for the most part, we should be able to just use the crossbows and bandits. So the Orc Hunters are going to be throwing their javelins. I don't think they're AP. No, they aren't. So we should be able to take those decently well. Mount Graham Raiders are getting into melee, so let's try to rush our pikes into here if we can and get the cell swords on them. Come on, Grinfront. I know you guys can get into melee better than that. These cell swords are going to flank now onto the Mount Graham Raiders. Here comes the charge. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. Oh, they just seem to keep running. I'm not sure what's going on here. There we go. Bandits are getting destroyed, but that's okay. We're killing these orc hunters en masse.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Why are they targeting our scouts? They're not even in melee. Like, they're stuck in melee. They shouldn't be able to fight back. Now let's just get the bandits out of here. They are wasted trying to fight these guys. They're not doing any damage. That is Drangu the Bloody, so all we need to do is take him out. Let's go ahead and put these guys into guard mode. Have them shoot at the Mount Grim Raiders, and that should clean them up in one volley. Let's see as that comes in. Here it comes. They're winding up their bows, and they're unleashing the bolts. Bloody stuff. Bloody work. Alright. Getting the pikemen in there to finish them off. Grenfarin's still fighting those orc hunters, but they're going down quick. And these pikes should be able to make short work of the hordes. This will actually be a really nice settlement to defend against Angmar too. Since we have pikes and crossbows, we can hold up at these walls and shoot them as they try to come in. So this will be a fun place to defend. Go ahead and get these guys in position now, and then Grimborn Reavers, let's get you guys inside. So we are just about to finish off the Orc Hunters. Just 5 remain. And they drop like, well, orcs. Looks like it's only Drangu the Bloody left over here. And he is just surrounded by pikes and sellswords. Put on times 6 as we wait for him to die.
The enemy general lies dead. Let the crows have his miserable bones, and let our swords have his men.
Move everyone to that side, and then we'll begin to shoot now that we actually have a proper amount of crossbows. I'm gonna shoot at these orc fighters, see how many casualties they take when we have 4 units shooting at them. Only about 10? That doesn't make sense. They should have lost a lot more than that. Must have been the angle. There we go. That killed a more respectable amount. Can we get one more volley in before they reach us? Yep, here we go. That's just a bloody pink mist. Alright, so now we just have to deal with the orc defenders at the top. In fact, we could maybe shoot them from up there, I'm not sure. Bring up all of these guys and then the long-bearded phalanx to help us fight them. Should have no issues killing the rest of these fighters.
If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Victory we will have today. Alright, crossbows, I want you all up here right now. We're going to shoot into these orc defenders.
Now is the time. Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
3 units of them that we have to deal with. Let's begin shooting into this one. So they're at 194, and now they're at 155. 153 even. Now that is a lot of damage. Alright, Grenfarin, it's time to go into melee. You and the Grimborn Reavers have been waiting this day to slay the orcs en masse.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
And smash them, we will. We have the perfect army for this. Comes a new charge onto the flank. And these guys are actually just running away. They're too afraid to fight. Let's go for a complete surround. Completely surrounded. I would not want to be these orc defenders now. Completely outclassed fighting. Perhaps the worst matchup they have. There are a bunch of super heavy, super pissed off, high attack black dwarves. I mean that in terms of their armor. That's some terrifying looking armor.
Ah, my lord. Our men are in control of the city.
And the orcs are falling. They didn't have a chance. They've killed, what, 2 from this unit and none from the others? Ooh, they're really going for us here. They're really trying to kill those scouts. Let's go ahead and get prepared for the next set of forces. Now we'll just surround this last unit as they make their final stand. Yeah, they are just dropping as orcs should be dropping. One of the few orc units we actually get to fight, and we have won. That was an incredibly easy battle. I have no idea where this art could be. Perhaps it's somewhere in Linden. Maybe it's even somewhere in Gondor around the Anduin. It's really hard to tell. All I can see is a boat and a guy here with what appears to be a staff. Maybe it's the Anduin because there are so many mountains here. It's probably the Anduin River. Hopefully there's no crash. Oh no, and of course that happened. Alright, well, we'll end the episode here. I'll just take that settlement using commands. Oh, I can't believe that. Well, these things do happen in this game. But thank you for watching if you guys have, and until next time.